Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
.30, partly to mostly cloudy. Breeze out of the north at 5 to 15. Last I looked, it was 67 degrees. Pretty nice out there.
Yeah.
Busy day today on the Breakfast Show. We have a really good show lined up for you. Lots of guests coming in. We're going out. We'll be at Loud and Proud Fireworks and also going to Callaway to talk about the Pioneer Picnic and much, much more. So keep your dial set right here. It's also today National Paul Bunyan Day.
Paul Bunyan Day.
Remember when you were a kid and did you kind of marvel at Paul Bunyan when you were a kid, or did they talk about it much in your generation?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Paul Bunyan. What was Paul Bunyan had the big blue ox with him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. The Tales of the Mighty Lumberjack and the Big Blue Ox.
Yeah.
So that's something to think about. Anyway, it's also National Food Truck Day. Food trucks have become so popular all the way across the country, like shrimp prepared in an old school bus and barbecue out of re-rigged automobiles and all sorts of things. Pretty cool. And they're very, very popular all the way across the country. A lot of it started in, New York and Los Angeles and in neighborhoods and communities, but they're very popular across the country. So it's international. Actually, National Food Truck Day. And it's also International Body Piercing Day, if you're thinking about getting pierced. The oldest known evidence of body piercing was a 5,000-year-old mummy discovered in an Austrian glacier whose ears were pierced with animal bones. Believed ancient civilizations thought piercing brought them magical powers.
Oh.
And I think some people still believe that.
Well, I'm not one.
Me neither.
So.
Nope, not going to do that. I'm not a tattoo guy, not a pierce guy, but
right there with you.
It's very popular for folks to do that sort of thing. It's certainly their decision. And I have to admit, some of the tattoos that you see on people's arms and so forth are quite colorful and artful. So, yeah, if you don't mind having that put on and not being able to take it off, more power to you. I guess you can have them removed, but it's not much fun.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah. National Waffle Iron Day.
Oh, okay.
They've been around a long time. Since the 14th century. GE made the first electric one in 1911, but they weren't always used for breakfast. In 1974, Nike used one to make the sole of their first running shoe, and the sneakers haven't been the same since. So that pattern that a waffle has was molded on the bottom of a shoe, and gosh, look what that did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are some things. Birthdays real quick here this morning. Happy birthday to Megan Holcomb Swoboda. She is celebrating her birthday today along with Mr. Musk.
Oh, Elon.
Elon. Currently the owner of X, formerly known as Twitter. He is now the world's richest man behind Jeff Bezos and Bernard Arnault. He founded PayPal, Tesla, SpaceX, and even hosted Saturday Night Live. And
I missed that.
I did too, darn it.
How old is he?
He is 53.
53. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Mr. Musk and I are the same age. Did not know that.
You should have invented something like he did.
Yeah. Yeah, we might be the same age, but we kind of took different career paths.
Here. Kathy Bates is 76 today. She was very good in Fried Green Tomatoes and the Titanic.
And Misery.
Misery.
Ugh.
and is going to be the lead in the upcoming CBS reboot of Matlock.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep. John Cusack.
Oh, yeah.
58 today. And you remember his part in the 80s film where he held up his boombox to his girlfriend and Peter Gabriel was in your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Mel Brooks, comedian, wonderful actor, comedian, filmmaker. He is 98 today.
Wow.
Yep. So those are some birthdays. If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday to you. All right. Moving along.
Yes, moving right along.
Don't forget today here in Broken Bow, there will be a planned power outage from 1 until 4 p.m. for line maintenance. The outage area will be between South 5th and 7th and South D and E Streets. Business that will be affected include Nebraska Land Chiropractic, the Broken Bow Library, Great Plains, Nebraska State Patrol's Office, and the Nebraska State Bank ATM. About 3 hours, 1 to 4 is the predicted time that they'll have that planned outage today here in Broken Bow.
All right.
Big day today because we're going to be drawing for the $75 cash winner today.
Oh, good.
And I've got it here for you. I've stirred it all up. We'll do that sometime during the show.
Okay.
We also have some Sumner Rodeo tickets. If we have time, we'll be giving 2 of those away, a pair of those away. That rodeo, by the way, is going to be held on July 3rd and 4th, and the Sumner celebration is coming up during that same time. They have quite a celebration down there.
They do, yeah.
So this weekend, it's Muddy Creek in Ansley.
Uh-huh.
Celebration. Heard about that yesterday. And today we'll be going to Callaway and visiting with folks there about the Pioneer Picnic and all the things they got going for the whole family. And there's also a rodeo on today and Sunday at Callaway to go along with that. And that's a very good rodeo that they'll be holding during the celebration. Anything else on your mind?
Well, there is something on my mind. I got a text message early this morning, and I'll just kind of read it.
Okay.
I'll let you know who it came from. Jeff Denson was the one who sent it. Many of you know Jeff.
Yes.
And many of you know that Jeff is heavily involved in our American Legion baseball program. Last night, Broken Bow played at Lexington, and the seniors won 11-3. Congratulations to them. But also last night, Ogallala played Imperial, and Imperial defeated Ogallala. So you combine those two things, and this was the message that I got this morning. It is official. Broken Bow is the West Division champion of the Mid-Nebraska League. So congratulations, Broken Bow seniors. They have won the West Division title, and they will host the league championship game coming up on July 8th at 7 p.m. So it'll be right here in Broken Bow at Paul Brown Field. Now, if you're wondering who their opponent is, we don't know yet. Dannebrog, Carobolas, and York, I'm told, are both still alive to win the East Division title. So, but we know Broken Bow is in. And the West Division team is the host this year, so Broken Bow will host the game on July 8th at 7 o'clock. Of course, we'll be there to broadcast it. We also are making decisions on doing some special things with our broadcast, so be listening for those details as we get closer to the date. But I'll read the final part of the text. He says, guys, make the news go viral or trend. We want tons of people at that game. So come on out and cheer on the kids. That is set for July 8th. It'll be at Paul Brown Field. So congratulations, Broken Bow seniors, the West Division champions of the Mid-Nebraska League. And they'll host the league championship on July 8th at 7 p.m. We'll broadcast it. Be listening for details of our broadcast in the days to come.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's great. Today at the Prairie Pioneers Center, they'll be serving chef salad with taco. They'll have fruit and crackers along with that. Call them at 872-6121. Let them know you'd like to have the meal today at noon. You can also call that number, 872-6121, to set up home delivery to your residents as well. Let's play the game.
All right, here we go.
Also, let's just go ahead and throw 2 Sumner Rodeo tickets in to our winner.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. We'll do that. And our food prize will be a certificate to get you a free personal pan pizza, 1 topping at Pizza Hut. Our questions right now have to do with drive-in theaters.
Oh, yeah.
So here's your question for today. The growth of attendance at drive-in theaters in the United States slowed substantially during World War II. Which of the following was not, all right, I emphasize that, which of the following was not a significant reason for this slowing? Was it A, rubber for tires was in short supply, gasoline was rationed, many theaters shut down temporarily, or there was a decline in the birth rate? Which of those was not a significant reason for the attendance at drive-in theaters in the U.S. to slow substantially during World War II? If you know the answer, call us at 872-2801.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nebraska's favorite way to start the day on KCNI KBBN.
Save on a wide variety of items this week when you pick up the in-store circular at Barney Pharmacy. Itchy eyes are no joke this time of year. Bring relief with products from Sustain and Lumify. Pain relief creams at Barney Pharmacy include Asper Cream and Icy Hot. And kick that stomach ache away with Zantac, Culturelle, and Tums products. No matter what department you look in, it has savings. Visit Barney Pharmacy across from the square in downtown Broken Bow.
Headaches, ear ringing, neck pain, dizziness, brain fog. Is your jaw pain to blame? Pearson Physical Therapy wants to be your partner in finding out. Tension and dysfunction in the jaw and surrounding muscles can lead to a number of symptoms that disrupt your daily life. It can be hard to know who to seek out for help. We invite you to come see us at Pearson Physical Therapy to learn how your jaw dysfunction can be managed so that you can get back to not having to deal with daily aggravation. Call us at 872-5800 or stop by on West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
And we have a caller on the line. Didn't get a chance to find out who we'll be talking to, so let's say hello. Who do we have on the phone?
Jerry Kramer.
Hey, Mr. Kramer, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Good. Do you know anything about history in the old drive-in theaters during World War II?
Not really.
Well, take a shot at it. They all sound kind of like they would work for me.
Would it be the tires?
No, it was not. It was not, Jerry. That was a reason for why things slowed during that time period as far as attendance at drive-in theaters. What was not significant was not a significant reason for the slowing was a decline in the birth rate at that time.
Now,
yeah.
Jerry, I'm with you. I'm going to go ahead and suggest to my friend Brent that we give you the prize today. Because that was I thought that was a little confusing, and I think any of those did apply. And how many movies did you go to when you were a kid?
Quite a few.
Quite a few. Good. So you won yourself 2 tickets to the Sumner Rodeo and
a certificate for a free personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut. So Jerry, come on out and see us when you can. We'll have your stuff ready for you.
Kiddo.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, take care.
Thanks.
7:44. We'll be back with a couple of very nice ladies from Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Stay tuned.
Hello, I'm Chris Smith of the Palmer Monument Company. You already know about the advantages of pre-selecting your family memorial. Now there's yet another good reason to come and see us today. For the entire month of June, with a coupon from the newspaper, you'll receive additional savings off our already sale prices. We'll assist you in selecting the stone, the inscription, and the artwork, and we'll save you money too. Come see us during the After Memorial Day sale at the Palmer Monument Company in Broken Bow and Lexington.
The morning Sandhills Drive never sounded so good.
In the mornings, we don't have to fight over the radio because it's one station.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
7:45, as promised. Nebraska State Bank and Trust is here. Betsy Smith, how you doing?
I'm doing great. It's Friday.
It is Friday. Christy Bartok, how you doing?
Very good.
Good.
Yep.
Good. It's good to have you here. I like your shirts.
Thanks. You know, we really did not plan this, but we really are both sporting rather great Nebraska State Bank gear. So
You are. You look
and
good.
the same color.
Same color.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was thinking when you walked in, I'm like, well, maybe this is a Friday thing at Nebraska
I
State
know.
Bank. Everybody wears this color.
The jeans is a Friday thing for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the color is not.
Oh.
All right.
Can you tell? You mentioned the jeans thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do something kind of special with that, don't you?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do.
right, okay.
Yeah, we call it Jeans Friday at NSB. So what our employees do is they pay $5 and it goes into a general fund, and then we use that to help out different not-for-profit organizations throughout the county. Some examples. I mean, it's just so much fun, and it's all from our employees. So we've helped out, like get different equipment for the dog, for law enforcement. We've given to Salvation Army, to Operation Christmas Child. We've participated in both those years that the foundation, the Custer County Foundation, did their match. We submitted money for that too, and the foundation obviously was able to match some of that money. And it's just something really fun. We all love wearing jeans on Friday. It just kind of helps lighten the mood a little bit, maybe, right,
Yep.
Christy?
Yep.
And also, this is just for a great cause. I can't remember. Rebel Hunt is sort of our coordinator for that. I think she said the last time I talked to her, maybe
I don't know the total.
$45,000 maybe since we've started the program that we've been able to give out. And so it's pretty amazing.
Yep.
We love it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Just one of the many things you guys do to
Right.
raise money and be a part of the community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So you have some things you want to talk
We
about
got a
here
list.
today?
Yep.
We do. We have a list. So the first thing that I think that Christy and I wanted to just sort of put out there, I know that the city has probably had some, maybe had you guys announce this and maybe had it in the paper, but there will be a power outage today from 1 to 4 p.m., and that will affect our ATM machine that is basically in Broken Bow right across from the Trotters.
Yep. It's the drive-through one.
Yeah.
But there's an ATM directly across the street at Trotters, and then we have several still throughout town. But if you're planning to leave town in the afternoon today, you won't be able to grab cash from the ATM at the drive-through at least. The drive up, I guess.
Yes.
Drive up. But
Yep.
you-
East is still open.
Right.
That's the only one that there's a power outage that affects us.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get your cash.
Yeah.
Right.
Get your cash
Or you can
early.
come see us and see us in our matching shirts too.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
That's a good idea.
you can just stop into the bank.
You could just stop into the bank.
During business hours, obviously. So,
Right. Yeah. So the next thing that we really wanted to talk about is we have some amazing employees at Nebraska State Bank. I mean, throughout the years, we've been so fortunate to employ some awesome people. And one of those people is actually retiring on Tuesday. I don't know, there's probably a lot of people out there that know her, but her name is Joy Walmsley. And Joy has been a very long time employee of Nebraska State Bank, and she will be retiring on Tuesday. So we will be throwing a party for her on Tuesday afternoon from 2 to 4. So we welcome everybody to come in and just help us celebrate Joy at our main branch, which is our downtown branch here in Broken Bow.
Boy, that's amazing because you're right. Joy's been there for a long time. But,
Right.
And a lot of times over the years was when you walked in, that's who you met first, right?
Yep. I think, did she start in Myrna?
I think she started in Broken Bow and
And
then
then
went to Myrna
and then
came
back to Bow.
Broken Bow.
Okay.
Yes.
Always very wonderful
Yes.
to see her.
Yes.
I'm sure you'll miss her.
Yes.
Yeah.
We sure will. Yeah. So, sorry, we kind of have like
I know.
I feel like we're sort of ping-ponging, throughout our list of our itinerary.
Hey, you have a list. You're better than we are.
yeah, absolutely.
We have to have lists, I guess. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about before I let Christy talk about her topics here is we are gearing up for the Custer County Fair Parade. I'm sure there are others around the community that are doing that too. I know the Chamber is putting things together. The theme of the parade this year is It Takes a Team. And so at NSB, we really love to bring our A game to the Custer County Fair Parade and try to put together a really cool float. This year, we have the idea of incorporating the student tellers from all of the 3 schools that we have in-school banks at. So this is sort of a call to action for those parents, grandparents, people that know these kiddos that were student tellers, is please have them give us a call at the bank, any of the branches, Nebraska State Bank, and let us know if your child can help us out with a parade float. We'd love to have them on the float or walking, being able to throw out candy and NSB swag. And there might be some fun stuff that they might get, just kind of as a fringe benefit to being involved in the fair parade float with us. But we really want to see the kids out there because truly, truly, we do feel like they are a part of the Nebraska State Bank team. So,
well, it's been such a success, and I know you guys really enjoyed how well that has developed and what it's become. So that'll be a celebration of the team effort. And,
yeah, exactly. It's been great.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Christy.
All right, now on to banking things. We have ag input loans, and we've had those for several years. This last year, we changed just a tiny bit on it and have the advances due, or the last day for advances at the end of June. So if you look at the calendar, that's going to be today as far as business days. Mm-hmm. So if you have an ag input loan, make sure that you call in and get your money transferred. It's for seed, chemical, and fertilizer. Anybody who signed up for that knows what it is. But yeah, so just make sure you call in and get those done today. In the past, that deadline went a little bit longer. It's just shortened a little bit, so we just want to make sure everybody's aware.
All right. And there's probably somebody out there right now going, oh.
Yes. Yeah. Call in.
Okay. Good reminder.
Yep. Okay. And then the next thing, we can't come here without talking about scams or what's happening now. So last time we were here, I'm just going to do a brief review. We talked about when you write your checks using the gel ink. Are you doing that? We talked about it last time. Got to get a gel pen. There you go.
Yep, right here.
Write your checks with gel ink. It helps with what's happening is washing. It's called check washing. Ballpoint ink pen. They can wash off like the pay to and change that to somebody else. So make sure the gel is less likely to be washed. So use gel pens. If you have large dollar amounts, maybe consider a wire. What's happening, we have not heard, obviously, that it's happening around here, but definitely in different states or in bigger towns. The fraudsters, this was relatively new to us, will fill up post office boxes with just junk. Say they use like the styrofoam or whatever to get it so that the mail comes to the top when people stick their mail in there.
Oh, you mean like a post office
box
that where you drop your...
Yes, like one of the blue boxes.
Okay.
And then they will pull out the mail that's sitting on top because they've stuffed it full.
Gosh.
Yes, it's next level. So the recommendation now is to drop your mail directly at the post office, not in the boxes. How they come up with these things, I don't know, but it happens.
It's so handy. It's a shame.
Yes,
but
yes.
Probably right now, if that's the latest trend, you might want to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And then always sign up for alerts, no matter what bank you're at. Sign up for alerts on your accounts. That's your best way to see things quickly, especially on the debit card side, and then obviously just in reviewing your accounts, seeing any activity that goes through. You are your best advocate. We have so many systems in place at our bank, and new things come up every day, so it's hard for us to catch everything either. And so you are your own advocate. Sign up for the alerts. Really get those notifications so that you know kind of what's going on with your account. And then kind of the last thing I wanted to go over was we know that it can be scary. We've had customers come in where the fraudster is on the phone and their phone is in their pocket.
Oh, really?
And it's running. Yep. And we know that can be scary. So don't hesitate to come in and ask and this is customer, not customer, whatever. Come in and ask us, and we can sure give you our opinion on what we think. You know, this sounds like fraud, or that kind of sounds legitimate.
How gosh, it's really hard to tell sometimes. There's some really good ones, and there's some obvious ones.
Yes.
One of the things I think you've mentioned before, maybe some other folks here, is if you get a request for information of some kind, that's when you really want to be careful.
So that's called, the American Bankers Association put out kind of a news splash. They say banks never ask that. So I am not going to ask for your, specific things. I'm not going to call you out of the blue and ask you for your account number.
Right.
If you call in and want your balance, then we will ask you that to try and verify that it is indeed you. But the bank will never directly call you and ask for your account number. If you get a text message with a confirmation code, that's a newer one too. We will never call to ask you what that code is on your phone that was just sent to you. That's a way for them, the fraudster, they're now verifying that they're acting like you to get in. So we would never call and ask for a code that was sent to your phone.
And let's just say somebody calls in and I need to know my balance.
Yep.
You say, what's your account number? If they go, I don't have it, I don't know.
And that's okay. Then we use other verification methods.
You have other things.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So we have at least a dual verification process where we ask them multiple things. And then if we still don't feel comfortable, there's hesitation in the voice, there's shuffling of papers in the background, then we start to ask even more.
Then you might say, you'll
Yep.
probably need to come in and see us in person.
Yep.
Now, do you ask them what was the name of their first dog?
No, not yet. But I think we're getting there.
What was your mother's maiden
Can
name?
I write that down for you?
That's one that I've used before for a
Yes.
password.
Yep. Yeah, your childhood best friend. There's all the things. Yeah, we don't use those yet.
Okay.
But it seems like we're getting there.
That's crazy. There's so many people out there trying to take our livelihood, isn't there?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's sad but true, right? And again, I think people need to realize how much time and money your bank spends on protecting your customers.
Yes.
It's an amazing amount of time.
I have been on the phone with a fraudster before and been very angry with them.
Yeah.
We will do whatever we can to help protect them and, I don't know, shame the fraudster.
Try anyway.
Because it is so frustrating sometimes. They just get so caught up and it's not their fault. And it just happens. So we're here to help in whatever way that may be.
And you spend a great deal of time on make sure that the digital side of things, the technology side of things are convenient but safe, right?
Yep. It's just amazing at how much is really reviewed anymore. Just yesterday we had 2 fraudulent online bank openings.
Really?
Yes,
Just
it happens
yesterday.
every day. Yep. And so we're like, we always look at the name. I'm sorry, we look at the age. And then whether, look at their activity. Do they use a debit card? They don't use a debit card. What are they using? And then from there, we're like, I'm not sure that seems like they would sign up for online banking. So then we call and ask. No, we didn't. We'll do a follow-up then and actually have customer contact with them to say what happened.
Those calls yesterday, they call in and say,
No, they did it online.
Okay, online. So they don't typically call. It's more online.
Yep.
Okay, and they say I'm John Doe, and
Yep. They sign up.
gosh,
And then we look at them the next day and kind of do the dummy test of, does this make sense or not? And then if you're ever on the line, you always call and verify with them.
man.
Yeah, it's a new one every day, honestly. They're really, it's a continual thing that I don't think will ever stop. But we'll try and stay on top of it as much as we can.
But, you know, Christy, you kind of said something that brought this to mind is that's the beauty of banking at a community bank like Nebraska State Bank or one of our local banks here is we know our customers, you know, and they know us. And so there's a level of trust there, and there's a level of just knowing those people and seeing them and knowing, you know, well, you know, Christy Bartok wouldn't have done that. So I'm going to call her because this looks a little fishy. We really are highly invested in protecting our customers, really. I mean, I happen to sit in the same hallway as Christy and hear some of this activity that happens, truly. And I can tell you with certainty that we really believe strongly that our customers need to be protected, and we do our utmost to make sure that they and their money are protected. And again, just a plug for community banks, because that's one of the benefits of banking with places where the people know you and you know them.
Yeah, good point. And not only banks, but it's kind of that way across the board on you know, insurance agents and different things like that, where you can actually go see the person that you want to do business with and call them or drop by. And,
exactly.
And it's not only kind of fun because we're all neighbors, but it's also good to have that feeling that you're being taken care of.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Excuse me. Anything else?
I just have a shout out for some of the events coming up. Obviously, I'm sure everybody knows Pioneer Picnic Days are this weekend. The AM Foundation, the Anselmo Myrna Foundation, has an event next Friday night. It's our annual fundraiser. I know there's a car show in the square on the 13th. So kind of goes along with supporting local. Get out to those events. People put a lot of hard work into them. So get out and support those, and it just really is what makes our community so great to be in, is all the support that we can give.
Yeah, very good shout out there.
Yeah.
Ansley Callaway celebrating
Oh,
this.
yeah, it's the Ansley sister. Yep, Ansley. Yep.
And our neighbors in Lexington having their 150th celebration for
Yes,
the community.
yes.
So all family fun that in
Yep.
a lot of cases doesn't cost anything to go and do. And it amazes us every summer when we're starting to get out and promote and cover these things. There's something every weekend throughout the summer and fall for families to do.
Right,
So it's
right.
great.
Yeah,
Thanks.
absolutely.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And again, those shirts are dynamite.
That's right.
Come see us. We'll show them off.
Nebraska State Bank, Myrna,
Callaway.
Broken Bow, and 2 locations here in town. You got the
Yep.
main bank and then the East Branch.
Yeah.
And again, the ATM today will be out of commission because of a plant outage from 1 until 4.
Yep.
Right?
The drive up. Yep.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. President Biden's uneven performance in last night's CNN debate has some Democrats concerned and thinking about trying to replace him on the ticket. Correspondent Nancy Cordes is in Atlanta.
From the very start of the debate, it was clear something was wrong.
You know, the fact of the matter is that
It wasn't just the president's voice, weakened by what aides described as a days-long cold. It was also his answers, which sometimes meandered or trailed off.
Mr. Biden visited a Waffle House restaurant after the debate with Donald Trump.
Do you have any concerns about your performance?
no, it's hard to debate a liar.
In Uvalde, Texas, the former school police chief and a former officer have been indicted and arrested in connection with the shootings that left 19 students and 2 teachers dead 2 years ago. CBS's Janet Shamlian.
These are the first criminal charges to be filed in this case. A grand jury has been meeting here in Uvalde since March.
CBS News Brief. I'm Peter King.
With T-Mobile, you can get tons of benefits and still save, because nobody likes having to choose. It's like getting romance and sci-fi.
I love you. Also, I'm a robot.
At T-Mobile, you can get the benefits you want and still save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. See how with our savings calculator at T-Mobile.com/switch. Plus, switch and keep your phone. We'll pay it off up to $800.
Via virtual prepaid card in 15 days. Qualifying unlocked device credit service and timely redemption required. Card has no cash access and expires in 6 months. See T-Mobile.com.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. And look at you, hands perfectly placed on the wheel. Not like the driver to the right of you who's really going after that drum solo. Save with DriveWise in the Allstate app and only pay a rate based on you.
Not available in every state, subject to terms and conditions. Rating factors and savings vary, and in some states your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KSNB, a Burwell man is in jail for attempted murder and a weapons charge in connection with an argument at a feedlot. Garfield County Sheriff Corey Johnson said the shooting happened just before 11:30 a.m. Wednesday at a feedlot in rural Garfield County. The sheriff arrested 55-year-old William Weber of Burwell without incident. Weber was booked into the Valley County Jail in Ord for attempted first-degree murder, first-degree assault, and use of a firearm to commit a felony. Valley County Jail records indicate Weber is being held on a $500,000 bond. The 52-year-old victim was taken to a medical facility for a gunshot wound. Sheriff Johnson did not immediately provide the victim's name, information about the weapon used by the suspect, or the circumstances leading up to the shooting. This is still an ongoing investigation. And this has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting from Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the second round of the NBA draft, the only drama was, would Bronny James, the son of NBA legend LeBron James, get drafted? The answer was yes. He was the 55th overall selection by his father's team, the Los Angeles Lakers. If Bronny makes the Lakers roster, it would be the first father-son duo to play together in league history. In baseball games of note, Orioles roll over the Rangers 11-2, while the Yankees lost to the Blue Jays 9-2. George Springer, 2 home runs, 6 RBI for Toronto. New York and Baltimore now tied for the AL East lead. Phillies lose to the Marlins 7-4. Philadelphia star Bryce Harper was injured on the final play of the game when he was trying to run out a grounder, pulled his hamstring. He'll have an MRI on Friday. Guardians lose to the Royals 2-1. Braves were shut out by the White Sox 1-0. Only run of the game came on a Luis Roberts solo homer in the first inning. Angels shut out the Tigers 5-0 behind Davis Daniels in his first major league start. 8 shutout innings, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, no walks.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Slight chance for storms. Today, otherwise sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Highs level off around 84. Winds out of the north 10 to 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy. Tonight, chance for storms. Lows level off around 60. Mainly sunny. Tomorrow, slight chance for storms. 76. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
When someone asks me, when is the best time to start saving for retirement? My answer is simple. It's today. Hi, I'm Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Janet Lawhorn,
your local Edward Jones financial advisors. We can help you build a plan for your ideal retirement by identifying your unique goals and help you keep on track to achieve them. The sooner you get started, the better. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to schedule an appointment today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
68 degrees under a mostly now all cloudy sky. Winds out of the north today, and they're a little gusty right now. Barometric pressure is rising at 2965, humidity at 89%. High temperature yesterday was 83 with an overnight low of 67. Sunset today at 9:16. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:08. No precipitation in the rain gauge this morning, so we're at 5 inches and 94 hundredths for the month of June. And again, we know that some of you got 4 or 5 inches all at once just the other day, so that is going to pale in comparison to some of you out there, and some of you probably got less than that this month. It's been kind of spotty, but it's been a good June. 68, cloudy skies. Saddle Up Saloon. I like the sound of that. Saddle Up Saloon.
You bet. I'm ready to saddle up. Here we go.
Comstock, and we have Dan Denson with us. How you doing?
Doing good. Doing real good this morning.
Good. Had a little chance to chat with you before we went on the air. I didn't realize you guys have been rolling at the Saddle Up for a few months now.
Yeah, it's a little over 3 months now. So yeah, we're really just starting to get things going and getting excited and having a good time so far. So
good. What's the response been, Dan?
It's been fantastic. I mean, of course, the community, we haven't had a bar in Comstock for 5 years.
Okay.
So of course the community is just all excited and just having a good time with it and stuff. So yeah, there's people around town just really love how they can finally see cars out on Main Street again. You know, they said now the old days are back again.
Well, a small town pub or bar is more than a pub or bar. It's a place where people gather, even probably come in and have a cup of coffee in the afternoon.
Oh yeah, and so we have our 5 o'clock crowd that comes in, and of course we give away free popcorn every day, and of course there'll be more people that walk right in the front door and they're headed straight for the popcorn. That's, we might have a beer with that, but we're here for the popcorn every day. Of course, everybody loves free popcorn. So
yeah, well, it really hits the spot anytime. But yeah, it's great that it's open. I'm sure the community members love having, as you say, traffic on Main Street, and I don't know, that's just a really cool thing. And talk a little bit about the work that's went into this, because we dropped by at Christmas time because you were working on it then.
I started working on the bar. When we got the bar, Randy Cherry owns the bar, and when he got the bar, it was just an empty shell of a building. So last summer I started working on it, and then clear through the winter we just completely remodeled the bar. It just took a lot of work to get it built up. So there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in it. But yeah, it's just like I said, and then we just kind of went with Randy's design on how he wanted stuff. We kind of based the whole Saddle Up Saloon idea came around with Randy used to be a bronc rider, and so that's where that all came from, and just have kind of grown from there with it. And just, of course, then I have a lot of crazy ideas, and so like the Christmas deal, when we of course Henry Nuxold is, we have the whole blow-ups and lights and stuff for Christmas. So we did open it up at that time just so people could see that it was coming, that we were getting there. So that was the whole big idea there. That
was a good idea.
Yeah, just something to let people know that we were doing it.
Yeah.
So.
We happened to be there and stop in, and it was nice because that particular evening it was pretty pleasant, so you could walk around and then walk in and have a cup of hot chocolate and some
the hot chocolate and apple cider and the popcorn.
All right. Well, that's exciting. And I think it's understandable that people in the area are excited about it. And I imagine that's nice for a farmer or rancher who lives out in the country. You know what? I'm going to go in and have a cold drink and kind of relax a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's, like I said, there's guys, planting season, especially as long as planting season took this year, they're always stopping in, and of course you got to compare notes, how many inches did you get, or how many
acres do you have in?
Exactly. How far are you done? My fish is a little bigger than yours.
So talk a little bit about what's all offered on a regular basis. Is there food on a regular basis?
So our main deal is we have cheeseburgers and hamburgers, and so we don't have any deep fat fryers in our deal. So our hamburgers, we do a 3-pound hamburger and cheeseburger. It comes with a potato salad and chips that come along with that, and all of our burgers are deluxes, and of course, and then we have our personal pizza that is actually a tortilla shell crust, and stuff. Just do something a little different there. And then on Thursdays we have a taco bar on Thursdays. So as of right now, that's our main menu. We've kind of, where we're such low staff, we just do one product at a time, and then when we get good at it, then we add another product. And so this is as far as we've gotten so far. About once a month we add another product. So right now that's what we have so far is on all that. And then of course all of our meals, we have cowboy candy. That's our big little seller. We buy that locally, and and stuff. So it's just candied jalapenos that you can put on it if you want on every meal. So people will put it on their tacos, they'll put it on their pizza, they'll put, you name it. Some of them just get it and just get a fork and start eating it.
Well, that's a great idea, and doing that one step at a time makes a lot of sense. And sometimes doing something really well and not trying to do too much makes a lot of sense too, doesn't it?
It's you learn the hard way sometimes, but we just kind of, like I said, want to do everything slow and easy and do it really good, get really good at it before we start adding and getting too big too fast.
Okay. Now, I don't know how you were quite a ways along, or I thought you were at Christmas time, but the floors look great. You were working on some rooms in the back, I think, at that time.
At Christmas time, we would have had, like I said, the main room itself was overall painted and done. There wasn't any decorating done at the time, but there was that main room. Of course, then we added what we called the barn, which is a room that we keep our main coolers in and stuff, and storage and stuff. So it's got kind of a barn look to it. And then, of course, we had to completely redo the kitchen and the bathrooms. Complete brand new bathrooms and stuff. So. And then, of course, now I'll still be working on it for the next year. We're not even close to being done. So,
Sure.
Right now we're just about got the beer garden all finished up and stuff, and just redecorating it and getting it so it has a good look to it and stuff. So.
All right. Any thoughts on entertainment down the road?
Oh yeah, we're working on all kinds of fun stuff. Okay. So like what we're doing for our grand opening here, we're doing polka. That area just loves polka.
That's right.
That's a very big polka area. And I personally have never heard polka in my life.
Really?
I heard a song here and there, but not to actually listen to a band. So Saturday's going to be my first time I've ever really listening to polka. So
it's hard not to dance to it.
That's what little I have watched and stuff. Of course, Thunder Karaoke's been there a couple of times already. And of course, he plays polka in between when people aren't singing. He'll play it once in a while, and when he does, everybody gets off to their chairs and they're dancing. It's just so yeah. It's got a really good vibe to it. So like I said, we're going to try to do that. We're trying to set up that we can do polka about every other month. Is what we're going to try to do on the polka side.
Well, it's perfect.
And then, like I said, with karaoke, we're doing karaoke, and then we're such a small bar, we can't have big bands.
Mm-hmm.
So we've come across a lot of just little one-man bands.
Sure.
We just had South Loop Sunrise here a couple weeks ago. And we've got the Side Pocket Band will be coming up on the 13th of July.
So you're working on it.
Yeah. So we're like I say, we got more stuff going, and then we actually have another band that hasn't even started to be a band yet, but they're trying to figure out their whole vibe. So we're letting them come in, and they're going to have a jam session in our beer garden just to figure out how they're going to do and if it'll work for them. Just,
live rehearsal.
Yeah, live rehearsal, just to have some fun with it.
That sounds great. So you mentioned the grand opening. That's this weekend.
Yep.
And that's what we want to concentrate on now, because you're going to have a polka band, and you're going to have some food and all kinds of things in honor of the grand opening of the Saddle Up Saloon.
Yep. So we'll start the night off. We're going to be open from 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. From 5 to 7, we're doing a brisket slider with all the fixings on it, and that's a free meal that we're giving away until we run out. We'll be just kind of serving that, and then at 7 o'clock, the Three Guys Polka Band out of Arcadia, it will be coming in and doing their whole deal. Like I said, so I get to learn that whole deal, and then throughout the night, we're going to be doing different drawings. We'll be doing an hourly drawing of different prizes and stuff that we have to give away. And so one of our big prizes, it's not a big prize, it's a little prize, but we have a special koozie that we do have, and we'll be giving those away throughout the year, but we're giving away 2 here at the grand opening. And that koozie, if you have that koozie in your possession, every time you come into the bar, your first drink's always free for as long as you go in the koozie.
Wow.
That's a great idea.
So in the right hands, it's worth a lot of money.
Yeah, that could. That's quite an offering.
It is. It's quite an offer.
An offering.
Like I said, it depends on who wins the thing. But yeah, we'll be giving a couple of those away, and then various different things and stuff that we'll be giving away throughout the night. So that's kind of our main plan for the grand opening.
It's fantastic. I've got a feeling a lot of people will be excited about the grand opening and excited to come and hear a live polka band as well.
Oh yeah, that's what a lot of people, a lot of the guys that have come through the doors, you got to get polka in here. You got to get. I'm trying. Polka bands are actually hard to get booked. They're usually booked out quite a ways.
Yeah.
So as a new bar trying to get into stuff, it's been kind of a challenge to get going.
I bet it has. I bet it has. Yeah, certain parts of the state there's a lot of polka bands, but they're all set up.
They are. I mean, it's sometimes it's 6 months out, so to even get set up with them. So.
All right. So 5 o'clock this Saturday. This weekend, grand opening for the Saddle Up Saloon, Main Street Comstock.
Yep.
and then you have the sliders for no charge.
Right. Correct.
Some door prizes and drawings.
Yep.
And polka band.
And the polka band.
All right. Sounds like fun. It really does.
Well, we know how. There's one thing over there. Being Comstock's like it is. We're known for being able to shake a hoof.
Yeah. Well, Comstock's always been pretty amazing. 4th of July is coming up, and the 4th of July parade and celebration there has been steady Eddie. Yeah. I mean, it's been quite an event.
Yeah, the whole festival that we do for the 4th of July is just absolutely fantastic. I mean, there's so many people involved with that, and I just can't believe, and this will be the first time for me on that too. I've never actually been to Comstock for their whole festival, so everything I'm learning is through everybody, and of course everybody has completely different memories on how it all works. But I mean, it's quite a festival. I mean, it's their big deal for the year. So yeah, it's going to be kind of fun to be a part of that and help promote that. So. And
the Saddle Up will be right in the middle of that.
We'll be right in the middle of it. Yep. Well, as I say. If we're gonna do it, we're basically the only business in town, so you kind of got to be in the middle of it.
Well, it sounds like a great Saturday event to take in, and congratulations.
Yeah, thank
you. Tell Mr. Cherry congratulations too. It's good of him to go into this venture with your help, and I know you've got family members and community members, and lots of different people's probably helped you. So.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. We've had tremendous support on the whole thing, so it's been a lot of fun. Like I said, it's been a lot of work, but it's been a lot of fun. So yeah, we're just having a good time and appreciate everybody that's helped us out and get us going.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
We'll take a time out with these words on The Breakfast Show.
The warm season is here. Feeling motivated to get some projects done? Your first stop should be Ansley Lumber and Supply. If you aren't as motivated as you'd like to be, when you see the quality products and materials they sell to put on your home, you'll be ready to go. Composite decking from TimberTech and Armadillo will stand the test of time. Pella and Marvin windows will keep the outside air out and the inside air in. Top it all with Tamco Titan XT roofing, tough like a roof should be. Metal is another option for your barn-dominium, shop, or other roof as well. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
Henry's Beach Bar and Grill is the place to be during the Pioneer Picnic June 28th and 29th in Callaway. Friday night boasts the best karaoke around with Thunder Karaoke from 9 p.m. until 1 a.m. Then on Saturday morning, go and enjoy Henry's famous Bloody Mary starting at 9:30 a.m. And don't miss Henry's annual cornhole tournament at 1, and then dance the night away with 3 bands. Drew Phillips starts at 8:30, followed by Downtown Nowhere, and partying deep into the night with Pocket and his band. Henry's is a place to relax, have fun, and party during the Pioneer Picnic in Callaway. See you there.
Summer is a busy time for our shop, and we know our customers are using their off-road vehicles more than ever during this hectic season. Basic maintenance can help you keep your machines in good working condition and minimize breakdowns. Regular oil changes, checking the wear of regular parts, greasing fittings, and checking fluid and oil levels are very important. And don't forget to wash. A good power washing underneath your machine is also critical. Aglin ATV works hard to keep your Polaris machines up and running. At Aglin ATV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Always wear a helmet, never drink and drive.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Good morning to you.
All right. Exciting news for the Comstock area. Saddle Up Saloon, grand opening this Saturday starting at 5 p.m. Sliders and prizes.
Yep. Sounds like roll out the barrels. There you go.
That's going to be a real good time. Another option for you out there, folks, to go do something rather than sitting on the couch. There's no reason for that here in central Nebraska. Pretty much all year long, but in the summertime you have all these wonderful outdoor choices and indoor choices and just a lot of good things to do. It is 8:24, and before long I'll be rounding up Christy, or she'll be rounding me up probably, and we'll be heading later on over to Callaway. That will be our final remote of the day. Ahead of that, we have the Loud and Proud fireworks at 9, and we'll be on following that with Facebook Live and radio, and at Loud and Proud also Facebook Live and radio.
Sounds good. I will. I'll try to man the store back here.
I know you will.
All right.
All right. I'll take another quick time out, and we'll be back with more.
Successful lawns and gardens start with a trip to Arrow Seed. Keep your lawn looking green and lush with an array of lawn fertilizers and weed killers. They have insect control products to rid your lawn of over 25 different insects, including fleas, ticks, and chiggers. Fertilizers, fungicides to fight blight, dust and sprays for insects, and weed killers for your vegetable and flower gardens are also available at Arrow Seed. Stop into Arrow Seed on North 10th Avenue and Broken Bow today for a green lawn and bountiful garden.
Are your aches and pains preventing you from doing the things you love? Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. We offer complete one-on-one physical therapy for you. Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. Team Physical Therapy is known as the best hands in town and will help you achieve your goals to keep you moving. Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
The Thrive for 75 giveaway is in full swing. Here's where you can come see us next.
Enter once and you are in every drawing through September until you become a finalist. Come and see us after the Callaway Pioneer Picnic Parade or the Ansley Muddy Creek Celebration Parade. It's going to be a very fun weekend here in central Nebraska. Come and see us in Callaway or Ansley.
Drawings every Friday and a grand prize drawing in September. Details on sandhillsexpress.com.
And we'll be drawing for $75 in the show today. I have a feeling when Christy stuck her head in the door, she said, "Who's going with me to Callaway?"
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "I believe I am." And there was a look of disappointment there. I think Christy would rather take you to Callaway than me.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I do.
No,
I was going to take her out to Tumbleweed and buy her something to eat when we got back, but
that'll change her attitude real quick if you're buying.
Well, yeah, why not? They offer meals. We'd probably get back just about right because from 11 until 2 p.m., 11 a.m. till 2 p.m., you can just drive through and say, "I want a cheeseburger or a hamburger," and they have bacon cheeseburgers, chicken sandwiches, strips and fries. You can just go through and get it in a hurry and go.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that every day, Monday through Friday. And they also offer express meals, as I mentioned, from that 11 a.m. to 2, Monday through Friday. Each Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. till 11 a.m., you'll find delicious breakfast items. I would have bought her some breakfast between 6 a.m. and 11 a.m. We could have drove out there and picked up something to eat on the way.
Yeah.
Including burritos, sandwiches, cinnamon rolls, biscuits, gravy, and more. And, by the way, don't forget about their Wake and Bake Nook for a nice selection of casseroles to take home and pop in the oven and enjoy if you don't want to cook when you get home. And remember, they're open from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily for dine-in, and they serve daily specials for lunch, Monday through Friday, and a Sunday buffet as well. And the Bake Nook is open Monday through Friday until 6 p.m., so you can stop in and pick up something to eat, or you can sit down until 4 o'clock and be served. Come on in with a friend and visit. Have a nice breakfast or lunch. East Highway 2, Broken Bow. Carmen's got some fun news that she's going to share with us as they're working on some new things out there at the Tumbleweed. So be sure and listen to the breakfast show to find out what's going on. Be sure and go out and enjoy the good meals at the Tumbleweed Cafe, East Highway 2.
Want to remind you about Kaboomers. It's one of the places you can purchase your fireworks at in Broken Bow this year. They are open now, set up next to Pleasure Lane's Bowling Alley in the parking lot area there. And they do remind you that if you come in and spend $200, you can get entered into their fireworks bundle drawing. And if you spend up to $500, you can get registered in their gun giveaway. Now, for that, you must be 21 years of age or older, have a valid handgun or concealed carry permit to enter. And they also remind you that at Kaboomers, they'll be sending out 10% of their proceeds to the Broken Bow Lions Club to support the wonderful projects that the Lions Club is involved in throughout the year. So check it out. It's Kaboomers, one of the places you can buy your boom for the 4th of July coming up next week. They're open now, set up next to Pleasure Lanes Bowling Alley in Broken Bow.
And if those booms aren't as loud as they used to be, that might mean your hearing is not working as well as it used to. And the only way you're going to be able to find out is have a hearing test. And we have Roxanne, who is a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 35 years' experience right here in Broken Bow in Custer County. She's located on the east side of the square in the Broken Bow Chamber Building. Her phone number is 308-384-3852. And if you've been struggling a bit about hearing conversations when you're with your family and friends at gatherings, might be time to have that hearing checked. She has a free hearing evaluation and free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, discounts for buying local, and she has pricing available for all budgets and technologies. No need to travel out of town. It's right here. Call her at 308-384-3852.
Well, if you're happening to be driving, or if you happen to be driving through the Arnold area this weekend, we encourage you to make sure you swing in and check out Brewbaker's Coffee House in Arnold, the historic destination with a full barista bar and gift shop. Something for everybody. They're open 8 to 5 Tuesday through Friday, open on Saturdays from 9 until 3, offering fantastic breakfast food, fresh squeezed lemonade now for the summertime. Also in the gift department, Consuela handbags are a big feature. They still have some great yard decor, pickleball sets, and, of course, those delicious fresh baked goods along with all of the delicious hot and cold drinks that you can enjoy. Also, they remind you that every week they have a Customer of the Week, so stop in and get registered for that and give yourself a chance at winning a free beverage. Remember, they have cards in stock as well for every occasion, too, at Brewbaker's in Arnold. They do want to let you know that coming up next week on the 4th of July, they will be open early in the day. They'll be open in the morning on July 4th, but then close at noon. Wishing everyone a happy 4th of July. That's Brewbaker's in Arnold, Nebraska.
4th of July is coming up, our holiday, and we're also, of course, having all these events going on in the area. Or maybe you're just going to have a project you're working on at home that you're going to take time to do, and maybe you just need to stop and maybe cool off a little bit. And you can stop into the Whiskey Barrel in Broken Bow 7 days a week. And with purchase, you get free ice to ice your beverages down. But when you take beverages out of Stan's cooler and put them in ice, you're actually warming them up because their liquids in their coolers at the Whiskey Barrel are right at the edge of freezing. So if you don't have a cooler, you're good to go. If you buy it out of the cooler, it's going to be nice and cold, and you won't pop a can of pop or anything and find it to be lukewarm and not very tasty. It's going to be ice cold. And also, Stan would like to, of course, remind you that they always check IDs if there's any question about age. And they also remind you that open containers will cost you money if you're pulled over. And certainly do not drink and drive through all of this summer activity. Obey the rules. That's what they do. And they also want you to know that they have everyday low prices. Don't worry about a glitzy special getting you in the door and then finding that you're paying $1 more for a six-pack of pop than you are anywhere else or an adult beverage. They just try to be very, very fair with their everyday low prices. Whiskey Barrel in Broken Bow open 7 days a week, located right across the street from Gateway Motors, right between Subway and Vet Care.
I have a feeling that we'll be finding out a little bit more about this event coming up later this morning when we're live in Callaway to talk about the events of the Pioneer Picnic celebration coming up this weekend. But the Seven Valleys Rodeo tradition will continue as a part of the Callaway Pioneer Picnic, and it all gets started tonight. Performance 1 is at 7:30 tonight. Second performance will be Sunday late afternoon at 5:30. Everyone invited to attend. You'll find the rodeo grounds just off Highway 40 southeast of Callaway. Exciting rodeo action, certain to entertain the whole family. Again, it gets started tonight at 7:30. Another performance on Sunday at 5:30. It is the Seven Valleys Rodeo. For more information, you can contact Jim Johnson at 870-2175. Again, don't miss it. The Seven Valleys Rodeo performances tonight at 7:30 and Sunday at 5:30. They'll see you in Callaway.
All right. Many of us have dreamt about being a professional baseball player, football player, whatever your favorite sport is, and you thought, man, I would love to be a professional at that. And I wonder how nervous you would be on your first day as a rookie in your first baseball game, finally making it to the bigs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's a little story that would kind of make you smile, I think. You can have your best day and your worst day in seconds.
Yes.
So,
yeah, it can change really fast.
Baseball player John Kenzie Noel was at his first at-bat in the big league. Must have been yesterday. Get this. On his first day, trying to impress the Cleveland Guardians, at his very first bat, he swung the bat, and the bat came out of his hands and flew into the air.
Uh-huh.
And they all kind of chuckled. His first swing in the bigs. Lost the bat.
Uh-huh.
Bat slipped out of his hands and flew about 100 feet. On the second pitch, he swung for the rafters and literally knocked it out of the park.
Wow. Just 2 pitches. Wow, that's that's pretty neat.
Yeah. So you have an embarrassing moment, your first swing in the pros, you lose the bat, your next swing, you knock it out of the park.
There you go.
Wow. I know you heard about the LeBron situation. He's going to be able to play with his son in the NBA.
Yeah, the Lakers drafted his son Bronny yesterday.
Now, LeBron and Bronny aren't the only fathers that have been teammates, but they are the first in professional basketball.
Yes, in the NBA.
But we did have Ken Griffey Jr. and Sr. who played together for about a month back in 1990 for the Seattle Mariners.
Mm-hmm.
And there have also been some hockey players that have played father and son. But this is the first time for basketball.
Did Barry and Bobby Bonds play together?
I don't think they did, Brent, but I'm not sure on that.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
I don't really know.
Because, when Bronny got selected in the draft, obviously those conversations came up,
Sure.
Father-son combinations that would have played together in other sports. And I was just wondering if they ever happened to be on the field, to not necessarily for the same team, but playing in the major leagues at the same time. I couldn't remember.
Well, you can Google it because you have your iPhone, and you can Google it right there. This is coming up on the anniversary of the iPhone tomorrow.
Really, the anniversary of the iPhone. I'm not an iPhone guy. I'm a droid. Is that what I got? I think so.
Yeah, you're a droid.
Yeah, I'm a droid guy. I don't know why. I think for me, I don't like change. So the first phone I ever got was an Android, and therefore I just haven't wanted to change. I don't know.
Well, the iPhone has been around since 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine what people would do without their droids and their iPhones? And there was a BlackBerry ahead of those.
Oh, yes, I remember the BlackBerry.
Quite the technology. But it all changed everybody's habits. Now you wouldn't have known what an app was back in 2005. You wonder, what are you talking about, an app? What is that? Well, back in 2007, you could buy a new iPhone for $499. Adjusted for inflation, that's $755 in 2024. Proof we're paying too much for our phones.
Mm-hmm.
And we spend too much time on our phones. But they are a nice tool.
Yes.
All right. It's about time for me to hit the road.
Okay. Have a good trip. Have a safe trip.
I hope Christy's nice to me.
Hope you have a good conversation as you travel there.
Yeah.
The music of Blackberry Smoke here on the Thunderbird, KBBN Radio, also Pure Country KCNI Radio. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Name of the song was You Got Lucky. And every time I go to the bonfire, I consider myself lucky because I know the food's going to be great. And we've got the guy right here to talk about it. Afif, good morning. How are you, my friend?
Good morning. Good entry there, brother.
Yeah, thank you. Let's see. Boy, where do you want to start? I know where I want to start. Let's talk about lunch. Because had some friends go to the bonfire for lunch the other day, and they said, man, that place was hopping.
Yeah, lunches have picked up quite a bit like they do in the summertime. Sometimes it's, there's a little bit of a wait, or the kitchen gets a little backed up, but it's great to see. Keep in mind, a lot of the dishes we do at that restaurant are prepared to order, so that's going to take longer. If you try the Mongol beef, we're doing that to order. The shrimp tacos, all of that gets done to order. They're not processed dishes. They're scratch-cooked dishes. So all those things take a little longer, and I think people appreciate it in the end.
Well, I think in the end, everybody appreciates quality.
Right.
And I know that you work very hard to provide that, you and your team at the bonfire.
We do.
So what else is happening during the summer, Afif? Of course, we got 4th of July coming up next week, and we've got a lot of people traveling through the area, obviously, during the summertime. So what are some of the things going on?
If you've been out there, then you'll see that there's a new menu, and we are doing features on the weekends. This weekend, unfortunately, the lobster didn't come in, so we're going to have to improvise and do something. We typically run them Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. But nothing came in through this time, so we're going to have to improvise something for tonight. But the features are during the weekend, and always the prime rib as well. Come take a look. There's a few items. We have a nice Greek salad on now for those that want to eat light when it's hot. There's just a few items that you should try it on the menu that you might have not tried in the past. We brought back the strawberry salad with the flank, not the flank steak. I'm sorry, the flank steak. It's a really good dish with a strawberry vinaigrette we make in-house. So some of the older dishes that were popular that went off the menu in the wintertime because of the product availability, and are coming back. And then we added a few new dishes. And so it's always fun, and the features are always something new.
Yeah. I think it was either the last time or the time before you were in here. You were talking about catering. Can you talk about that a little bit more?
Sure. We picked up another catering event. We'd like to cater. I love doing that. I like taking the crew out of the kitchen sometimes. It's good for them. I think it's a lot of fun. It's fun to sit down with the client or the potential client and develop some type of menu depending on what type of venue they want, very high-end, or something that could just be a picnic type of catering where you have pulled pork and baked beans, whatever it is, It's fun. I think the crew does a great job. We just finished doing one for BD. Always love taking care of BD. It's a good, it's a good group to take care of. So it's open there if you want catered events at your ranch or farm, or if you want to do them at the convention center or wherever else you might have. Give us a call. I'd love to talk to you.
Sounds great. And I know that you're always willing to take care of larger parties that just want to meet right there at the bonfire.
Right. We have we're kind of limited to how big the party can be because it is a restaurant that's open to the public. But there is a convention center. I don't know if the municipal building is still doing it, or there's maybe other venues at people's homes or ranches, like I'd say, if they wanted. Weddings, things of this kind of nature that are popular in the summertime.
Yeah. Talk about where we stand on the bakery. I know that's holds a very special place in your heart, putting together the bakery
I'm going to be putting it back together again. I've been a little out. I'm going to be going away for a simple surgery, and once back, I'll go back to full capacity. So, yes, I know that's something that people love.
Yeah.
I've been doing some Swiss rolls. I've been teaching the guys how to make puff pastry. We do all that in-house. And from the puff pastry, you always have the elephant ears. Jessica's starting to work with me this week in the bakery. Boston, I used to do, and we're starting to again. In fact, they'll be there today, the Boston cream pies, which are really a cake. So we'll go back to making stuff of that nature and filling up those cabinets again. I know Ann would be very happy.
Yeah, there you go. Everybody will be very happy. It's just delicious stuff, man. how about your staff, Afif? I think it was Stefan, right, who was in with you the last time, and we visited with him. The makeup of your staff, are you where you want to be
absolutely.
at the moment?
This is the best one I've
okay.
had for a long time. A lot of these guys came with experience, and then I teach them more of scratch cooking and more, try to teach them more on the continental cuisine, the way you would learn in a culinary school. Seeing that they like what they're doing is a big plus. Okay, they don't come to it just a job. I can honestly say I have a really, really solid crew right now, which is why it allows me to take 4 or 5 of them to go do a large catering event and still have a very capable crew back at the restaurant to take care of the clients that come in. So I'm very pleased with them. It's a learning process for a lot of them to get to the point where they feel comfortable on saute or broiler or the fry station or the salad station. There's a circulation where they have to learn all those stations, but they're all very, very, very good at it now.
Yeah. I know that obviously we focus in on the food side of things at the bonfire, but with it being the summertime and so many events that happen now in the area, I'm sure things have been hopping pretty good on the hotel side of things. And
hotel stays busy.
Yeah.
It's been busier than it ever has, and that's kind of great, and that also carries into a busy night for us.
Sure.
The hotel's at capacity. You're going to see more dinner numbers that night.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's great.
And, it keeps you busy too early in the morning because I know you make sure that there's a nice breakfast for the people who stay at the hotel to enjoy.
On the weekends, they're feeding 90 to 100 people.
Wow.
For breakfast. And it's complimentary to the ones who stay there.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's definitely work for the kitchen, but again, it's hand in hand, the hotel and the restaurant.
Yeah. One of the things that I love about this time of year when we're talking about the bonfire, it's and lots of times it's the same people. It's the group that has that table right outside, Afif.
Oh, RJ?
Oh, yeah, man. I tell you
group.
what, I think a lot of the problems of the world get solved out there
indeed.
This time of year.
They do, if they just listen.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that it's obviously when the weather is nice, that's just a nice place to sit and watch the world go by.
It really is a very nice little setup you have outside there.
And obviously you can have dinner out there, and there's people that do. It's nice through the fall until it starts getting a little chilly, and some like a little bit chilly. So it's a nice place.
Yeah. Let's see. We've talked about some different things. Anything you wanted to mention that maybe we haven't discussed yet here during our time?
I think we've about covered it. It's summertime right now. Oh, the hours have changed. Okay. So during the week now we are open till 10.
All right.
And on the weekends we're open till 11.
Okay.
So that gives you a little bit more time. I think a lot of that is pretty soon here. We have the rodeos coming up, so on and so forth, and all the type of things that go on the fairgrounds. And those things can run late. I think most of the public has eaten by then, but if we are open if you want a late dinner, by all means.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping in. Always great to visit with you, and we'll encourage everybody to see you in person and enjoy the delicious food that you serve up at the bonfire.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Afif, our guest here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We'll continue with more after these words.
Aero Aviation, let us take control.
Remember the time you used to spend fighting weeds and bugs? Now you can spend that time elsewhere because aerial application is your best advantage against these problems. Let Aero Aviation take control.
When you need a helping hand to get the most from your land, Aero Aviation, let us take control.
For over 50 years, Aero Aviation has served the area. Contact Casey for your aerial application today.
Do you have a laundry list of projects to do around your home? Refresh your space by completing the list of home improvement projects with the help of a HELOC from Burning Bank. If an updated look is not enough and you're ready to buy a new home, we can help with that too. Navigating a home purchase can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let our friendly, experienced staff guide you to owning the home of your dreams. You can apply in person, online at burningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757 to get you started. Burning Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the month of June is one more good reason. Palmer Monuments After Memorial Day Sale. Go and see Palmer Monument today, and when you bring the coupon from the newspaper, receive additional savings off their already reduced prices. Their goal is to assist you in selecting a memorial that best fits your family needs, and they'll save you money too during the after Memorial Day sale at Palmer Monument Company of Broken Bow and Lexington. 8:53 the time on this Friday morning. Happy Friday, by the way. And, boy, we got a lot of things going on today. Jeremy is on his way to visit with our friends at Loud and Proud Fireworks, and so we're going to find out everything that they have going on as we get ready for the 4th of July next week. Dave and Christy are on the road. They will be kind of anchoring down our special remote broadcast from Callaway later in the show. We'll have that in the 9 o'clock hour as we talk everything Pioneer Picnic celebrations. So those things are coming up once we move into the 9 o'clock hour. So as we get ready for that, we have some business to take care of back here in the studio. And to help us with that, we have brought in Mr. Jack Simpson.
How are you?
Well, I'm good. And you know what? Now we can hear you since I got the right microphone on. How you been, my friend?
Good.
Okay. So here we go. You have the big task right now of drawing the winner of our weekly $75 cash drawing. I think many of you, if not all of you, know that at this moment we are doing what we call the Thrive for 75 giveaway promotion. This year, in the month of September, KCNI Radio will be officially celebrating its 75th year of being on the air. So to celebrate that, we're doing weekly cash drawings all the way into the month of September. And then those winners will advance into our grand prize drawing, where you can win up to $750 in cash, and also have a chance to win a brand new big, and I always emphasize big because it's big, Weber grill that RT Ace Hardware in Broken Bow kind of partnered with us on to give away as a special prize for our 75th anniversary. So we're going to find out who this week's winner is right now, so we're going to put that in the hands of Jack Simpson. That way, if you draw a name and it's not someone's name, they can yell at you.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Jack is mixing up the names. Boy, you're really mixing them up, man. Okay, all right. Here we go. Who's our winner?
Joe Linnell?
Okay.
I'll let you double check on that.
All right. Oh, wow. Now, this is cool. This appears to be a registration that was filled out while we were out and about at one of our live events.
Oh, wow.
Okay? Because it looks like Joe Lowell, I believe, who is from Lakewood, Colorado. How about that, huh?
Wow.
So I think that this is I want to say this is the third consecutive time that we've drawn for a winner, and the winner has come from one of the live events that we have attended and have given you an opportunity to get registered at one of those events where we've been out and about. So, Joe Lowell, congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
Lakewood, Colorado. We'll be giving Joe a call and setting him up with $75.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about this, don't forget, we will be out and about and live and in person to take your registrations this weekend. We're going to be set up in the community of Ansley following the parade. We'll be at the park following the parade to give you an opportunity to come by and say hi to us in Ansley and get registered in our $75 weekly cash drawing and for all of the prizes that we're giving away in our Thrive for 75 giveaway promotion. Will also be live in Callaway over the weekend following the parade there tomorrow morning, giving you an opportunity to sign up as well. So make sure you stop by and say hi, because as we have found out the last 3 weeks, it can really pay off for you in the form of $75 cash. Jack, thank you for your help. Appreciate it. All right, we're going to take a time out. We'll get caught up on the news right after these words.
Homeowners, landlords, and business owners of Custer County and beyond. Is your lawn begging for a makeover? Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair has the magic touch for your green oasis. A 4 or 5-step fertilizer program, sprinkler repair expertise, and top-notch aeration and mowing. Transforming your yard into a lush paradise is just a call away. Call Kyle at 308-870-0348. Serving Custer County and beyond.
Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair, where the grass is always greener.
Nebraska State Bank. Leading, serving, growing. Leading means making a difference in their communities by investing in and supporting local businesses. Serving their communities with employees' involvement, volunteering, and contributing their time and talents to area organizations and events. Growing by uniting with their customers and area businesses to support them in progress and prosperity. Leading, serving, growing. It's what they strive for their customers and communities. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
Tired of unexpected car troubles putting a misfire in your day? Introducing C&M Auto in Anselmo. For routine maintenance to major repairs of gas and diesel cars or light and heavy-duty trucks, go with C&M Auto. They boast the latest diagnostics to diagnose and fix your vehicle's issues with quick response and a very competitive labor rate. Plus emergency 24-hour service rates outside their 9 to 5 Monday through Friday hours. Call 308-749-2277 for C&M Auto, located south of Chandler's Honey off Highway 2 in Anselmo. C&M Auto.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. President Biden's performance in last night's CNN debate raises concerns from some Democrats. Here's CBS's Nancy Cordes.
The president's struggles drew attention away from a blizzard of false claims from Donald Trump on health care.
I'm the one that got the insulin down for the seniors.
On his economic record.
We have the greatest economy in the history of our country.
On his legal troubles.
Because he indicted me because I was his opponent.
Vice President Harris on ABC News.
It was a slow start. That's obvious to everyone. I'm not going to debate that point.
But Harris says Biden finished well. We're expecting decisions shortly from the U.S. Supreme Court, possibly something Biden's opponent will be watching for. Loyola Law Professor Lori Levinson.
What we're waiting for are the decisions that affect former President Trump. That include both the question of whether he has immunity and also the question of whether the obstruction statute can be used in prosecuting him and others.
CBS News Brief, I'm Peter King.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted it close to town, with a picture window overlooking a yard. And you found it. Now, when you sit down to dinner, you've got front row seats too. Your neighbor's daily pickleball game. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the second round of the NBA draft, the only drama was, would Bronny James, the son of NBA legend LeBron James, get drafted? The answer was yes. He was the 55th overall selection by his father's team, the Los Angeles Lakers. If Bronny makes the Lakers roster, it would be the first father-son duo to play together in league history. In baseball games of note, Orioles roll over the Rangers 11-2, while the Yankees lost to the Blue Jays 9-2. George Springer, 2 home runs, 6 RBI for Toronto. New York and Baltimore now tied for the AL East lead. Phillies lose to the Marlins 7-4. Philadelphia star Bryce Harper was injured on the final play of the game when he was trying to run out a grounder, pulled his hamstring. He'll have an MRI on Friday. Guardians lose to the Royals 2-1. Braves were shut out by the White Sox 1-0. Only run of the game came on a Luis Roberts solo homer in the first inning. Angels shut out the Tigers 5-0 behind Davis Daniels in his first major league start. 8 shutout innings, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, no walks.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Slight chance for storms. Today, otherwise sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Highs level off around 84. Winds out of the north 10 to 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy. Tonight, chance for storms. Lows level off around 60. Mainly sunny. Tomorrow, slight chance for storms. 76. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Currently at our studios, 67 degrees, cloudy skies, winds around 20 miles an hour here this morning with the barometer 29.72, humidity at 90%. It's a great time of year. 4th of July, of course, coming up next week, and we've had a lot of fun going around and visiting with some of our fireworks stands that are set up here in Broken Bow this year. And today we are at Loud and Proud Fireworks. So to find out what is going on there, we say good morning to Jeremy Shipe.
All right, thank you very much, Brent. Yes, we are at Loud and Proud Fireworks, and we're getting ready to talk all about fireworks, of course, and a special event that's happening tomorrow. And first, I should let you folks know where you can find Loud and Proud. Former Muddy Creek Auto parking lot is a good way. Trotters downtown, right across the street from there. Just look for the semi-trailer next to the road right there, or spot what my daughter really likes. She really likes your waving tube man.
Yep.
She always said, "Dad, go back. I want to see him." We've got to go to the grocery store this time, but we'll go back. So, Tori, thanks for joining us this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming. So to touch base on, and really the reason why we brought you down here is for the past few years, we've been happy to donate back to the community, donate back to the fire department, and of course the fire department puts on the big display for the city and any surrounding residents who want to come in. And so those duns are solely provided by the fire department, and so we donate back to that cause to help put on a show for the community. And so this year, with the closing of the Lions Club stepping down, we reached out to Julie and asked her if we could put a sign up out front just to promote the Lions Club, and we didn't know exactly what we were going to do, but we wanted to donate back to the Lions Club as well. And then Jeremy and Jeff and I, we got to talking, and with the help of Ace Hardware, Joe at Ace, we came up with an idea. And so what we're going to do tomorrow from 11 to 1, Jeremy, our grill master here, he's going to come down. He's going to cook sliders on. He just recently bought a Traeger flat rock grill, so he's going to cook sliders for us and roll some dogs onto buns. And we'll have complimentary drinks from Colligan, Del Moniger with the Colligan Water Company. He was gracious enough to donate us some drinks. It's kind of gotten bigger throughout the week, the fire department, they're going to bring down their antique fire truck and park it out here for kids to climb on and honk horns and sound sirens. And Jeremy's going to set up. He also owns the Jungle Nook here in Broken Bow, and so what they also, and he'll touch base on it, I'll let him talk about it, but they have rental audio equipment.